We are live. And we're instantly stuck. That is amazing. You can't make this stuff up, huh? Yeah. But for all of y'all that are here right now, because I'm thinking there's not going to be that many, but we're pumping, boys. Every single one of you pay attention, because okay, let me quickly say some disclaimers. First of all, this video is not financial advice. Everything I'm going to be talking about here in this stream is my journey, perhaps my thoughts. Everything is either for educational, for entertainment, or one of those purposes. Nothing here is meant to be financial advice or for you to copy. Everything talked about here is done by a professional for the professional himself, which is me. Nothing here should be taken as advice. So now that it is clear, it's clear to every single person watching, because again, disclaimer, we can talk about what's going on with our trades, what's going on with the market, because boys, we're no, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Let's go. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Let's go. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Hey, hey, you know? Hey, hey, woo, no. Hey, hey. Take a look at this, guys. We are at 294 per XRP. Absolutely wild, right? And that is just XRP. Almost every single one of the coins in the top list probably are doing mad numbers right now. And by the way, sorry if this stream is just a slight teeny weeny bitty laggy. Nothing I can do about that, all right? Ladies and gents, it is what it is. I'll just have to accept it. Look at this XLM bot at plus 30, right? Remember just now I said, what if I am compounding it right now? Well, I kind of look back. Oh, boys, it is time to compound the XRP. Oh, look at this, the 10K to an M challenge. Again, we are compounding right here. Take a look at that. We have now gone, I have to start tracking every single one of these. But right now we are at 22.3, just to put it into perspective for y'all. Again, the challenge is going to be to compound this 95 times. Right now we are at 22.2, so we're roughly at, let's just 17 to 18 compounds. Depending on what we do over the next few hours, we might get ourselves to the 18th compound, which is huge because we've only been busy for about 2 months and we're already at 2.3x or so, which is pretty freaking crazy. I was really, really happy that I was able to do this during the stream here. That is also very, very nice. And every single one of you, if you're watching this right now, where you guys are watching from? You yo, hello from Texas. Welcome, welcome. 10-4, Dusty. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Please give us a price for XLM. So, I'll tell you one very important thing, and this is the most important thing somebody will tell you. I think XLM as at this point is still... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Guys? Guys, are we still good? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No way. Bitcoin was at 121,000. Guys. We're blasting through. We're moving. What? Wait, what? We just did 122. What? Whoa. A correction is feeling like we're going down. We're going down from 122 to about 120.8. What? We're up tremendously. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you're watching this right now, we got to get those likes up there, right? We've got 200 people watching. Everybody, if you've not done it yet, today is that day to press the like button. Somebody says we need a cooler. I do not want any cooler right now. All right, we are facing some of the craziest, most turbulent. I told y'all a while back, this is the time where you won't be able to sleep no more. XRP just went to 295. Oh my days. Everything is running on a rampage right now. What is going on? Actually, my 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏𝗍 is the only one that's not doing too well right now. How's the rest? Oh, look at this. 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘 is the... What? What is this? What is going on with 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘? Wait a minute. I just opened this in my stream or my video like a few hours ago. What is this? 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗃 is going nuts. Wait, what? That is insane. These numbers. Well, let me take a. Well, 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗃 has just beaten everything. Let me just quickly refresh this. Hopefully they've added I have to sometimes get this updated because it's not automatically adding some of my bots. So now it's, for example, it's not got the 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗃 in here for people to copy, but I showed you all my settings and everything. But what is going on? That is crazy. It's my most profitable by far. Like, I mean, in terms of how much money I've made on it, it's XLM. But damn, and somebody, by the way, was complaining, Dusty, you talk about bots too much. You understand now why I do that? Because the power in them is just huge, man. I mean, again, if you're wrong, which we were on the Tron bot just now, it's going to slowly but surely cash out these grids, and slowly but surely just keep grinding it out. And if you're right, oh damn, is it amazing to be right. Look at that, huh? Look at that for 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗃. Amazing. Just absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy right now. And this is why I earlier stated that diversification is key. Somebody might have said, no, but you should go all in on ETH. Well, look at this. We went 3 times as hard on ETH. Instead of 5K, we went 15K. But the gains are about the same for matter of fact, 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗃 is better, even though it's 3 times less, right? So again, in a good market, I know my camera's going to be stuck every now and then. It's okay. In a good market, you do not know what's going to be performing the best. Solana bot has been open for 60 days, yet it's way worse than any one of these. Matter of fact, it's still down tremendously, or at least it should be. Oh, crazy. By the way, this here is the one. This is the $1 million challenge, right? This is the one that will mostly be at a loss. You have to understand how the system works, though, right? The fact that we're compounding means it's mostly going to be at a loss, trading at that. And only at very short amounts of time will we ever be in profit if the price just keeps on pumping. But it was at a major loss before because that's all it needs to do to grid out these profits. So I always say if you want to do a challenge like this, you need to have yourself a bit of a bankroll because it's not that easy. But boys, every single one of you, who's excited right now? I asked this question earlier today. All right. And by the way, I want to say it again for now that more people watching. This live stream, this video is not financial advice. Every single thing I'm doing here is just my journey. I'm sharing my trading strategies. I'm sharing my thoughts. I'm sharing my ashy arms right here. Damn, take a look at that. And all my days. This is, even to me, this is wild. All right? This is absolutely wild. And I've been here for almost a decade now. All right? Every single day. I've been making videos on this channel for 8 years, almost 9 years straight. Every single day. These days here, like this day, for example, just right now today, this is still a day that amazes me. Like, let's take a look again at the market. So what's the ups? No, I was talking. Oh wait, where's my camera? No, do you guys remember what I said a few hours ago? I said the next bot we need to make is the 𝗲𝗁𝗃 bot, and I forgot. No, why? 𝗲𝗁𝗃 is the #1 gainer in the entire top 100. It's the one bot I forgot to set up. Oh no! Just like 5 hours ago, I said, oh, the next ones I got to do are 𝗲𝗁𝗃 and 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗃. I was like, oh, let me do 𝗖𝗢𝗃 right now. I forgot to do 𝗲𝗁𝗃. This is what we deserve. So my crazy self wants to open one right now. I really do. Trust me, I really do. But I can't, right? It's up 10% in the past hour. What's going on though? This hour is just freaking utility hour. 𝗂𝗏, by the way, is another one which I'm thinking of opening. I think that's also a pretty nice one to have. But Algorand, just take a look at that. It's going nuts right now. But then again, over the week, it's not up that much even. Some of the best ones are Stellar XLM, which is down on the hour. Algorand is just, what? Did they announce something? Does anybody know? Somebody says Bitcoin broke 121. Yeah, we know. Matter of fact, we were looking at it just now because it went that insane. By the way, boys, the XRP trade is plus 180K. Bitcoin went to 121.7K just now. Damn. Strategic Navigator says, no, XRP is not going to go to $5 today. Come on, don't be spreading that rumor. EGMS said that. No. You know, the probability of a coin like XRP going to $5 today, it's not something I want to go for. Right? I don't think that's going to happen just now. But what I do agree with here, Strategic Navigator's thoughts. He says, Dusty, after 4 years, we are finally hating our long wait bull. I'm not sure exactly if he means he's hating it right now or he's loving it. I'm not exactly sure what you meant. But indeed, it's been multiple years of waiting. And the funny fact is, all this waiting has been waiting for right now. What's the news with ISO 2022? It's hitting this week. You're saying it's live now? Okay. So if that's the case, then it does make sense for all these coins like XRP, XDC, XLM, Algorand, XDC, for all of them to be really, really popping off right now. Aha, 𝗕𝗃𝗀𝗃. All right. Hey, where's everybody watching from today? Strategic says, no shame in taking profits. I will always be a big advocate of saying, hey, you know what? If you're in a position where your entire life has changed, the gains you are seeing are some stuff you just can't fathom. Hey, it's sometimes not a bad idea to change your life. I'm just always open and honest with you. As I said, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are my thoughts. Oh, but damn, boys. We're actually popping off. No way we are popping off this hard. This is wild. I can't believe what we're seeing right now. I cannot believe what we are seeing right now. Across the board, every single thing is just popping off. Every single thing that we've got open is popping off, ladies and gentlemen. Every single thing. You want to know the funny thing? People kept saying, Dusty, don't be a FOMO Nancy. Don't keep FOMOing in. And you know what I keep saying all day, every day? I said, I'm just opening another position because I think the market will move up way more. And every single time I do that, people in the comment section were saying, no, it's not smart because yabba-dibba-dabba-do. But then, again, actually, fun fact, my Pepe Long is still at a massive loss right here on Bybit. But the Res Doge is doing pretty okay, but it's very, very small. Let's see here what we've got. WIF is doing tremendously bad. We've got Solana. I only opened a 35K position yesterday. So it's up a little bit, but basically nothing. And let's quickly see what else we got over on here. We've got, what else have we got? ADA. I guess that's not too bad. We've got a new ADA position open yesterday. Also, it's up only like pennies. But it's good because at least it's a $35,000 trade. I just opened last night. You can see, oh, wait, let me scroll up a little bit. You can see I just bought it right there a few hours ago. Let me show you real quick. Just right there, I bought it. And again, you might say, Dusty, don't buy into pumps. You know, buy when it dumps. And I tell you, nope. I'm buying whenever I feel like the market's about to pop off. Because if we're taking a look at any one of these coins on their Bitcoin relative pair, in my opinion, they're all still quite low. Right? If you're talking about them in dollar terms, they've pumped a lot. Sure, I agree. But still for TRX, my thesis still stands that right now we are at the most important resistance. And I mean, it is getting resisted. TRX is filled to break through. And by the way, lads, if the stream is not perfect quality, all right, there's not much I can do about it. All I can say is make sure you press that like button and maybe I can afford a better hotel internet connection. That's all I can say, all right? If you're not did it yet, make sure you press that button. Ritterson says, can the market go back down low? Yeah, it could. I mean, right now we are having an interesting Sunday. Right? Officially, for a lot of people, it's already Monday. But understand that in America here, it's right now like, what? Maybe like 10, maybe to 1 a.m., 10 p.m., 1 a.m., something like that, depending on where you are. And I think a very, very important thing to understand right now is that as it currently stands, we are up tremendously. All right? But for the entirety of a bull run, we are up peanuts. This is so freaking little. Ethereum is still 50% below its all-time high, right? Still has to get 50% worth of gains going. That's the main reason I just opened another position on ETH. Because even though I think ETH has been garbage, real truth, it's been ass. Like straight up. Like, oh, like Dookie. You know, it's like, yeah. It's still relatively in a pretty good position to just break some, you know, just make people look like, hey, what just happened right there? What did I see just there? What's walking around over me? And again, we're going for that idea. You guys are saying 12 a.m. here in Philippines. Wait, what? How can that be? 12 a.m. EST? Yeah. I'm in the Americas as well, but it's actually 1 a.m. over here. Shout out from Argentina. I want to show you something, but I can't. I really do want to show you something, though. But, Mr. M, you're saying shout out from Argentina? Well, I don't want to say it, but, you know. I'm around. Oh, what a day, though, huh? Look at our coins, just absolutely popping off. Ooh. Oh, man, Algorand is giving me crazy FOMO. Are you guys having that too sometimes? I'm not sure if that's me because I realize just how much further this can go. Joe says, no, Philippines at 12 noon, not 12 a.m. I knew it was not possible, but I was just going to go with it. You know, if he wants to say it's 12 a.m., I'm just going to be like, whoa, amazing, my friend. I didn't believe him for a second, but if he's saying that, I'll just be like, you know what? Whatever, dude. Shout out from Eindhoven. What time is it for you in Netherlands right now, boy? Van den Burg? Van Edenburg. Oh, nice. The real telly says officially crypto week. Yes. Let's take a look at Algo, though. Let's go for this one. You see, Algorand, fun fact, is not even doing that well. Like, if we look back at earlier of just a few months ago, Algorand is still down tremendously. It's up a lot from the bottom, but still, just at 22 cents, it was called undervalued. Like, right now, it's just pricing itself okay, but from that point, still, it's got like 200% gains to go. And from here, even just to go back to November heights, it still has to double. Dirk says it's 6 o'clock in Netherlands. Damn, you guys are watching this at 6? Okay, 6 going to work. Okay, that's good. All right. Lekker grap. Succes, jongen. Lekker werken. Ja. How does one reach out to you direct to be on Discord or otherwise? Have 2 questions regarding Pionex. I don't know, man. Honestly, just send me a DM or something on, I don't know, maybe Twitter, maybe Instagram. Just send me a DM and let's see. Because I get a lot of messages, but maybe if it's an easy thing, I can help you out. If it's like a customer support thing, you shouldn't be talking to me, my friend. But there's a few things I said before. For example, hey, if you're having issues with this, that, reach out. Let me know. I'll try to help you. But then again, if you're asking me like, hey, man, how does a bot thingy like this work? Brother, there's too many people asking that question, you know, so just do some research. But maybe there's something I can help you out with this. So send me a little message, maybe. Hi, from the Bahamas. Welcome. Koffietijd. All right, like it. Like it, Bucky. Koffiebakkie. Like it. Do you have a private trading group? No, I have nothing, man. Everything's on this channel. You can watch every single piece by just watching these videos or watching the streams or whatever. Joe says Algo is quite far from all-time high. You think it's going to break it? Do I think it's going to break it? For sure, I do think so. But is it right now? Is this the move there? Well, again, Bitcoin right now is at its most crucial point. Bitcoin, we all expected, was going to face an interesting rejection at 120K. And the fact that right now we are at 120K means I'm more scared than before. But the fact that we're not pushing down immediately, matter of fact, we were able to go to 122 immediately, kind of shows me this is the easy road where we go easier towards 200 in all those levels. And this is the point where we've all been waiting for and been watching out for. Yabba-dabba-dabba-doo. So would I say, Algo's going to go straight now, all that stuff? No, I'm a bit more cautious because we want to see what Bitcoin does here. But ultimately, our most important point for Bitcoin was 120, and right now the fact that we're above it, still trading just pretty nonchalantly, no problem. I don't know, man. I feel like this is not the point where things start turning around just quite yet. I feel like we still got a little bit of way to go. And I think, fun fact, that XRP still is one of the cheapest coins in the entire space. I'm even still thinking of just adding more to my bags, but I'm already quite locked in. But I'm still thinking we're still not like high enough where I'm thinking this is getting scary. And I know some people will probably say the opposite, especially if we were to fall. A lot of people would say, Dusty, see, I told you so, I told you so. But the thing is, in a position like this, with the chance we've got, with the risk to reward hitting us like this, I don't think it is too stupid to expect the market to continue upwards. Blockchain services, the bots are not rocket science, people. Do some reading, great strategy. Again, every single thing I talk about here, I want it to make intuitive sense. If I'm opening a long, even though nothing is financial advice, I'm explaining what I am doing. You choose for yourself whatever you're doing. I hope they make intuitive sense. If I'm longing XRP, why do you think I'm up hundreds of thousands of dollars? Because we're just doing something? No, because there's a good strategy involved, which is, if in this case here, let me show you guys the overarching strategy one more time. For all the people that were here earlier in the stream, you realize, but there's two parts. One, we right now are seeing a breakout of altcoins. That again started last week, a breakout of altcoins combined with a decline in Bitcoin's dominance after it, in my opinion, had peaked. Roughly 65% is already rather high. I think, again, it had peaked, which I told you guys a while back. Combine that again with the fact that, again, zoom out on the Bitcoin chart. Zoom out. Guys, if you're watching this right now, this will most likely change everything you think about investing. It just changes something once you realize this. And again, I'm sorry if the cameras and stuff are a bit stuck. I try to fix it, boys, but there's nothing I can do right now. Let me just cook right here. So, if you take a look at Bitcoin's recent performance, one thing that becomes quite apparent is that every single time Bitcoin takes out a local top, for example, this is the top, right? Every single time it takes it out, which is, for example, right, this area right here, it's expected to go for a surge. Now, let's back test it a little bit. Previous time, you can see, this is the top, about 71,000. The moment we took it out right here, you can see how quickly the gains spread afterwards, right? Let's go back a little bit further. We had ourselves a new high right there at roughly 45,000. This is not the official high, but let's just say the local high, right? The moment that was taken out the next time, you can see the gains it quickly made afterwards. But let's go further. So the local high here was about 30,000. You can see we didn't really cross it right here. Okay, it took some time. We crossed it right there. And you can see the gains that pretty quickly followed afterwards. Let's go back further. All right, this is the last time that it works for, which is right here. Why does it not work before that? Well, because this is the bear market, like 1 year of bear market. So this does not count. It doesn't. And why does it not work for this top right here, for example? Oh, we took it out. It didn't pump. Well, first of all, we didn't really take it out by that much, right? There's no real crazy green breakout candle above the high. That's one. And second all, because that's, again, the start of the bear market. So, again, the strategy basically worked up till that point. If, again, just for fun, you look back at it and say, hey, you know, when did we take out this top? Well, the moment we took it out, you can see how crazy the price went pretty quickly afterwards. If you want to be more locally, the moment we took out this top right here, right? The moment we took it out, you can see how crazy the price went. This works almost every single time. The moment we took out this top right here, you can see how pretty quickly crazy the prices went. Now, in this case here, it was only a few percent. Only like 20% before a correction came in, but then afterwards it was able to break it through as well, right? It just took a little bit extra time, but this almost always works. Yeah, and you might even say that in bear markets it works as well, but in that case some more are invalidated. But I think this is one of the most intuitive ways to watch the Bitcoin chart, and why, as at this point, I have turned it more so into a buyer rather than a seller. Many people will say this is let me quickly try to fix the camera again. There we go. Many people will say, Dusty, you're stupid. You should be selling into major pumps, not buying. And again, let me know. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Let's quickly go and give it a little poll. Right? Just yes or no. This to me is just why it's worth it from a risk reward perspective. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it just means like, well, every single time it broke the previous top, it just goes crazy. Why not this time? Why all of a sudden will everything shift around and things are going to start falling down tremendously from now? I don't know, it feels like it makes too much sense. Also, intuitively, we've been at a spot. Let me show you again. Let me show you by, where's the Bitcoin chart I've got open? Let me find the right one. I think it's a different one. This one will also work, but I have a nicer one, a cleaner one. Give it a second, all right? And I know the camera's stuck. I know, guys. You don't have to keep telling me. It is what it is today. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's this. There we go. There we go. It's this chart right here. So let's take a little bit of a look. 𝗕𝗠𝘀𝗀. So if we take a look at this chart, which I've drawn out for the past couple of years, right? One thing I've said many times is that Bitcoin usually repeats itself. So when you take a look at this, and again, if you look at my Twitter, you can probably see me talk about this all the way back in like the beginning of 2024, probably even in 2023, because we were talking about it when we were trying to take out this top here back in 2023, and we were hoping that we were basically gonna potentially get the runway earlier. Anyway, that's a story for a different day. Right now, as it stands, we predicted most of what's happening in this rally because, again, it intuitively made sense. So, as of this point, what do we expect is going to happen? Well, we think that throughout the next few months, maybe around August, maybe around January of next year or so, we're going to be seeing a high for Bitcoin, probably along the lines of at least 180K, maybe as high as 280K, right? That's why it's a little circle as a range. We do not know exactly where it's going to end up. And in that same span, from the beginning basically to the end, from that few month time span, altcoins most likely somewhere in there will also have a 2-month spurt where they just go absolutely insane. Why do we think that? Well, because every single time, if you look at Bitcoin history, it worked like that. It's about 1 year of down, 3 years of up. 1 year of down, 3 years of up, and thus far it has still worked out beautifully with a new high point being reached somewhere about a third into the halving. And the halving happened about April of 2024. May 2024, right? We expected about, if it's 4 years, in this case here divided by 3, we expect about, let's say, a year and a half or so into the halving, a little bit less than that for the high to be reached, which again, in this case is just a few months away, perhaps now already, right? It's a bit of a mediocre. Sorry, it's a bit of a iffy one. We don't know exact spot, but also, you guys are saying that tomorrow's going to be some big things for crypto. Yeah, from the regulatory side, yeah, they're talking about it everywhere, right? By the way, guys, if you watch this stream right now, if you didn't do it yet, make sure you press that like button. If you're watching this on the television, which apparently, I didn't know that, but 30% of the people, I think, maybe slightly less, maybe 20% of people, watch it on their TV. Who watches crypto videos on a television? Again, you've got my greatest respects. Just, where do you watch that? But I'm not a real YouTube on a TV type of person. But just in the living room, you're chilling and you put it on? Is that really how you do that? Maybe you're watching this on your phone, you're thinking, I didn't know people really did that. It's really, to me, it's kind of funny. I find it something quite exciting that somebody sat there and really typed in, Dusty. Or you saw my video right there and just clicked it on. I don't know. It's just something that can really make me happy to know. But the fact that about... Let me find the real stat. I think it's like 15 to 20% of the people watch it on their television. It's just, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't really know people watched YouTube videos on a TV. I thought it's mostly just for background noise. But people actually do. It's called Roku TV. Okay, I didn't know that. You on an 80-inch TV right now. You see, there we go. So people are actually... Oh, I'm stuck again. All right, but you know. Let me see the stats here real quick. Let me find it one more time. Analytics. All right, we're going to take a look at that. We go to audience. So, by the way, age-wise, about 20% is between 25-34, 31% is 35-44, and 25% again is 45-54. So the majority of the people are basically 40 plus, which to me is also sometimes funny. Also most common is the United States by far. Let me look back at that number. Yeah, it's over 20% that watch it on a TV. And 20% on the phone. And 4% on the tablet. I thought the tablet would be more. But everybody's phone nowadays, huh? Yeah, you see? That is to me crazy. Oh, Atlantic says, 𝗕𝗁, 𝗕𝗁, and algo. Are they hitting $3 each? Well, again, let's look back for fun at some of these coins. So Algorand is at this point still, if we just want to go back to November heights, we've got about 100% worth of gains to do, all right? Getting back to roughly 70 cents. The all-time high is actually, what, like $3, let's say? $3 for Algorand is not really that crazy of a deal. So if you're asking me, it's nothing really stopping it from happening. It just depends on what the narrative is going to be this cycle. If ISO coins really pop off again and they don't stay forgotten, even though like right now the narrative is really, really hot, this can continue on. And just like what we saw back in November, you can pretty easily just be at like a, for example, a 4x, a 5x, a 7x or so from here. It can happen in a snap. People seem to forget what happened here in November when the bull market was not in full-fledged glory. It went up 500% in like a month. So if you're asking me, oh, can it get to like, for example, $2 right now in a week or something like that? Well, I mean, a week is kind of short, but it literally could happen like that. XLM just went up 80% in a week as well. And this is just when things are kind of chill. If Bitcoin all of a sudden goes from 120 to like $148,000 in a day, because again, it could happen. People don't realize we've seen good moves for BTC, but really not a type of moment where everybody's just all of a sudden going unga boonga mode. No. It's been pretty chill, right? For the most part, it's been pretty okay. And that's also why some people right now think, oh, but Dusty, can. If you're even asking me about it, if you're quite unsure if it could happen in like a few month time span in this season, most likely it can do a few multiples of that. If you're too afraid to ask me because it sounds ridiculous, then most likely it is, right? If you're just on the edge, for example, like, hey, you're asking, can it do a 10x? Because, 10x is quite crazy for a few weeks. It's a good question, but in my opinion, there's nothing really stopping it from happening. And again, let's go back in the charts to see this. Because you might be thinking, Dusty, what have you been cooking right there? What are you talking about, brother? You got to maybe stay away from all those substances, get back to your tamer state. My brothers, let's go back to a funny 2021. If we look at Bitcoin's price, right, just for fun, what happened? We're going to act like this is days, even though it's weeks. But let's just see here. Bitcoin throughout this week went up, let's just see here, $9,000 in that time span, 36% in 1 week. Right? Or just this week right here. Basically, almost any single week, it was all of a sudden up 13, 14, 15,000 bucks. I want to go to the daily chart. I want to explore this just to see what happened in today. Today, how much did we go up? Right? Today, we are up from 118 to 120 some. That's up what? 2.5%, 3,000 𝗲𝗁. Good, but not amazing. I want to look at some of the crazier gains. All right? Even back in October, by the way, in November, Bitcoin here went up $9,500 in 1 day. So if you right now go from 120 to 135K, I know it's the biggest gainer, but relatively in percent, it might really soon not be anymore because, well, 10K has just been broken in terms of gains like last year or maybe this year somewhere, a 10K move in a day. But soon, obviously, it's only going to be like a 10% or a 5% move or something like that, where it's not that astronomically crazy no more. Regardless, let's see here for fun. So Bitcoin here throughout 1 day, and we're all going to put this relatively, went up 25%. So from these current prices of Bitcoin, let me do the exact math on there. All right, so right now we are at 120. So 120 times 0.25, in this case, 30. We can go up $30,000 in 1 day, bring us to 150K-ish, just to get the same gains of what we saw back then. Do you guys realize that once that happens, altcoins all of a sudden do some crazy numbers as well? This is not that crazy, ladies and gentlemen, because it's happened in the past, in previous cycles. It's just that people are so freaking PTSD'd from bear markets, they think all of a sudden gains are not that easy or this, that. But really, guys, a 20K BTC move in a day, like a 20% move, something like that, a 15% move, it's not that odd. And it will most likely, again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not guaranteeing you nothing, but I do believe it is not crazy to think about these types of gains. So if we're then asking about a 10x for an altcoin, well, I don't think it's too far. It's too crazy. Richard says, ontbijtje, bakje koffie en YouTube kijken op de tv. The life. He says, breakfast, nice little cup of coffee, and watching YouTube on the television. Appreciate that. Morning, dude. Now everybody, all the TV viewers are coming out. That 20% is baby boomers, man, watching you. 100-inch TV. Everybody's flexing TVs right now. You're in 4K on an 80-inch. I can see a booger. Oh, you know what? I think I'm actually streaming it in 1080p, even though the camera obviously can do some pretty nice 4K. But I think you can see my wrinkles, huh? You can see everything. That was my hypnosis attempt. I don't think it worked, but you know what? Anyway, so what are we up to here? Yeah, Bitcoin is holding itself quite strong. When are you and BCB gonna collab? I think I reached out to him probably like a few years back to see if somebody wanted to join a stream or an interview of sorts. And most people you might ask of, they probably said no at some point. Rob says BOD's going crazy, just keeps going up. Well, guys, don't be afraid to lock in some stuff, right? Again, as of this point, I still don't think we've reached the top, but ultimately, you know, it is sometimes nice to just take in some schmeckles to your actual domain, buy a freaking house or something like that, right? Buy a nice watch, do something crazy. This is one of my favorite ones. Even though I just bought a new one that's even way crazier, I don't want to tell you guys yet which one I bought, or should I say? You know what? For anybody that's here on the stream watching, you guys may know. Let me show you which one I just got myself. Does anybody want to know? Let's see. Or should I keep it a secret? Is it more fun to keep it a secret? You know what? I'm going to do a poll. Well, oh, I died. Oops. Oh. Are you dreading your hair? No. If you're asking if I'm afraid of my hair, well, that's a different issue. All right, you guys want to see it. Well, I don't have it with me, but I'll show you a picture. There we go. It's in the collection, in the vault, ladies and gents. That's a pretty nice freaking thing. I love it. There we go. Nobody knows, except for the select few people watching this stream right now. Never shown it yet. But then again, most of my things I've never shown. But for y'all, I like to make an exception. I bought some really cool new things, but this is one of the ones I just bought and I've never seen even. Like in real life. For the last few months since I bought it. Oh, you know what somebody just texted me? They just texted me. I can see, so the nice thing here. I can basically see for all the people that are using the bots, what their P&L is like. And right now, I can see that on average, every single person who joined is up a pretty tremendous amount. I don't want to say the amount of millions of dollars it is, but it is. It is nice. It is nice. Congratulations to every single one of you who went with some of those strategies. Again, not finished advice. I'm not recommending you to do nothing. You make your own damn choices. And again, people often like to say, Dusty, don't talk about this or that too much. And I always say, man, on this channel, what I will talk about every single day is what I think is most profitable, what I think is most fun, what I think is most interesting. And if you don't like it, you can always let me know, because I always appreciate the feedback. If you do it in a nice way, I will always try to make sure to make as many people, satisfied with watching the stuff. I try to, because at the end of the day, if nobody's enjoying what you're making, what are you making it for? But I'm stuck when I'm trying to say that. I'm going on a monologue, nice little story time, and we stay stuck. But then again, on the opposite side, I also got to realize, at the end of the day, I kind of got to make whatever makes me happy in the morning. Otherwise, what am I doing it for? Like I told y'all before, a very big part of why I'm doing this is because it's a no-loss game. Nobody can lose, basically I'm not losing, from talking about this. And I think a lot of people may benefit, but more importantly, I also still learn a lot of new things. If I was not streaming these things, first of all, I think I would be slightly richer, because I'd put a little bit more effort into watching the charts religiously. On the opposite side, there have been many funny opportunities, many funny things that I've received now because I make these things every single day. So a lot of you might not understand that if I was not talking about a lot of these things, I wouldn't care. So I'd miss out on so many different things. And again, ultimately, if you guys might have realized, a lot of my positions I got to do nothing for. Like, we just made freaking somebody's yearly salary in a freaking 3-day period. So, anyway, so if you guys got to name one coin, which one are you guys most excited about? White gold or stainless steel? It's platinum, my friend. It's a platinum date with diamonds. Why the diamonds? I just saw the watch. I was like, let me take it. And then later on I realized, oh, it has diamonds actually, but whatever. I didn't mind. Also, you might ask, who'd you buy it from? Or how do you know it's about it's a guy I know. It's probably fine. You know, it's a pretty large transfer of wealth if you think about it over the internet to somebody. But in this world now of crypto things, it's kind of funny how much money I sometimes send over the internet to somebody I barely even know. It's kind of funny. You know, you remember when that BTC whale came in, sending billions of dollars? Now, okay, all right, there's levels to this thing. He's definitely a few levels, a few different levels to be sending 8 Bs like that, right? But still, before a few years ago, I'd be like this, sending $1,000. Now, if I'm sending 100K, I'm just like click, 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 not a big deal to me anymore. And that's funny. If I were to lose it, I would not get out of my cave in a long time, because that would be awful. But the idea is, you just get used to those things. Where's the AP? I've not worn it in a few weeks actually, but I decided to pull it out again for today, for the nice pumpy day. What's the date on this one right now? I don't know. The 8th. Also, are you a person? I never set any of my watches. Let me show you this one. It's almost never been set, I think. I just have it because it's kind of funny. XPL Paradise says, I have an Oyster Perpetual date, dark blue presidential, no diamonds. All right. The no diamonds, huh? Not in the club no more. Nah, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not the biggest fan of diamonds myself, but. Ryan says, platinum is popping in 2025. Over 30% gains in mere months. Okay. I actually bought it a few months ago. I just never touched it yet, so I don't know. Maybe the price is up. Maybe it's down. Could be. I have no idea. And that's the funny thing. There's multiple things I bought months ago that I've never seen. Also because I travel so much. Maybe you guys realize that. Again, I'm in a different hotel than a few days ago, right? In a different country, by the way. I went skiing a freaking few days ago. Why? Because I felt like it in the morning. And that's also really the life I wish for a lot of people. Just do whatever you want, whenever you want. I felt like skiing, so I go to the mountains. I go ski. Right now, I might feel like doing this. I go do this. Tomorrow, I might feel like going to a different country. I go. That's the nice thing. I like it. A lot of people say, some of my best friends also say, like, why don't you get tired? The only not so nice thing is you don't have the routines no more. But ultimately, man, if you're a proper trader, nothing you do matters too much because, again, you can kind of just work. Like, for example, now, let's say I have to check out tomorrow, but my trade all of a sudden is popping off. I extend it one more day. Let's say I'm flying. I cancel the flight. Doesn't matter, right? You say, hey, it depends on how you're flying. You can say, I'll fly a day later, right? If it's not available, it doesn't worry. You fly later even. The nicest thing is the freedom that it brings you of being able to just manage everything from a computer. It's you can't ever go back no more. And again, for example, if you want to do stuff, you want to become this, that, you want to do this, that, that's all fine. Somebody says, do you travel for work? What are we talking about when it comes to work? There's only 2 things I like in life. No, actually, wait a minute. Step back. I like a lot of things. But if you're asking, do you travel for work? Well, essentially, I think somebody says Doge is ripping. Ripping? I mean, Doge is okay, but That is peculiar. IOTA is popping off. What is this? Oh, by the way, hey, guys, if somebody's ever asked you how many coins you have, please do not answer that question. All right? Don't ever say how many coins of something you got on the internet. Please don't do that, my friends. All right? I know you might be happy. Oh, I have this many coins. Please don't say that on the internet. You know, even if you're lying, don't make yourself a target for no reason. All right? You can't really go back no more. You can try, but sometimes people might still be hunting you. It's not worth it. Just don't say how much money you have on the internet. It's not smart. I chose this path, and I'll stick to it. But for most people, I would not recommend it. Oh, but IOTA is going nuts, though. What in the world? What in the world? What entire nation? What? Oh, my day. Boys, okay, should we FOMO into Algorand here? Should we FOMO in? Oh, my days, I can't do it. It is up. Oh, my days, I can't do it. It's up 80% in like a week. I want to FOMO in so bad right now. You do not know the levels of FOMO I feel for Algorand right now at this moment. Dusty, what would you do if XRP hit $20? I don't know. I told you before. Maybe buy like a country or something like that. Maybe buy like an island. I don't know. I feel like I can't comprehend how crazy a $20 XRP would be. It is wild to consider 20 per XRP. I can't fathom it. It would be insane. I want to FOMO into Algorand so bad right now, you have no idea. You know what? Should I just open a $1,500 bot and then we double it if the price goes down? I think that's wise. Lower bound, is it gonna go? We're not gonna go past 23 cents, right? It's too little of a decline though. It's only 25%. It can happen in a day. If Bitcoin corrects, it's a oh no, it's up too much. I can't do that. But then again, the last few no, it's up 40% in 24 hours. I'm not buying a 40% pump. Nope. I'm not doing that. Nope. It doesn't matter how badly I want to FOMO. I am not FOMOing into a 40% daily candle. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. How does one buy in to a 40%? I'm thinking about it. Guys, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about buying Algorand right here. I'm thinking about it. Trust me when I say I'm thinking about it right now. All right? I am thinking about aping into Algorand. I'm thinking about it. Oh, I'm thinking about it. 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 All right, you know what? I'm gonna FOMO. But 60 cents is also so low as a barrier. It's like it can happen in a day. But we're okay. This, please, none of you can ever say to anybody ever that I FOMO'd into a plus 40% daily move. This can never be viewed by anybody. But if we go down on DCA, because we're going to open very, very small. I'm going to go 476 grids. Oh, no. This can never be seen by anybody else, all right? This is just for you guys. Do not copy what I'm doing. You're saying you're rich, just do it. It's not about that. It's not about that. This is the mentals, all right? I do not. This goes against every single principle of trading ever. You understand? You're right. You guys are right. Okay. The lads have spoken. We put pennies into it. It's fine. Right? We'll put pennies into it. You know what? We'll put we don't use auto reserve. We're not wussies. All right. Let's let this one. You know what? Everything I say on this channel is not financial advice. Everything I do here is done by a degenerate professional that is doing that because he enjoys it. It is not meant to be copied by anybody. So whatever I'm doing, don't copy me. All right. Now that got out of the way, we're moving down a little bit. This feels like speculating on like the second chart. 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗍𝗍 says do not do it. But I mean, if we do 1,500, we can just double it. If the price goes down like 20%, we'll double it again. Mr. Arcana says, you think short on Bitcoin as a hedge is wise? So depends on so if you're one to short Bitcoin, there's a few scenarios in which it could work. One is if you actually just buy spot Bitcoin and short it on the opposite side, just like how a lot of people are doing for ETH. Why? Because you're actually making money on the funding. So depending on what the funding is, you could actually let that pay out. Because again, if most people are long and you are going short, you're technically speaking making whatever the funding was on the opposite side, right? You're making that money. So that could be a nice, sometimes 20% a year if the funding is really, really high. So people are doing that for ETH because the numbers are pretty good. A lot of my friends are doing that. You could short Bitcoin as well from the perspective that if your alts go up significantly, well, you're making a ton of money, right? And your Bitcoin short goes down a little bit, so that's annoying. But if the market decides to move down, your altcoins go down so much where your Bitcoin short could kind of salvage that a little bit. Again, usually when altcoins rip, Bitcoin doesn't go up that much, so your portfolio makes up for all the loss you'd be making on your Bitcoin short. A lot of people like that hedging strategy, but I'm not the biggest fan of hedging in general. No, guys, I got distracted. I was going to open it up. Okay, so we're opening this up. Do not copy what I'm doing right now. This is crazy, FOMO, stupid, not for the... We're buying into it. We're locked in. There we go. All right. I know you said just now, do not do it, but I want to see if the chat is right or wrong. All right. Every single one of you, I think you owe it to me to type in the chat right now if you say yes or no to the Algorand position, buying into a plus 36% candle. Because if you're wrong, I want to come back for every single one of you. All right. I gotta put this right now on paper. Whoever one of you said, do it, buy Algorand, woohoo, yeah. Make sure you also put it in the chat box right now. Because if you were wrong, I gotta go back to this conversation right here and block your ass right now, all right? You said yes, you said no. We locked in. 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗍𝗍 clearly said don't do it, all right? And I really, trust me from the bottom of my heart, I was right there with you. I was saying, nah, no. But I listened to the majority. There were some people that said, Dusty, you gotta go, you gotta do it. And I give in to peer pressure. I'm weak, all right? I am extremely weak, as you saw. A matter of fact, we're going down. Which one of you said do it? Lock yourself in right now. We are down $50 because one of you said to do that. Oh. Now the people are saying, no, of course I said don't do it. No, please do not ride with me. Do not do this. Please do not. If you did, this is on you. I'm not a financial advisor. This is too stupid for words. This is not smart in any way, shape, or form. All I'm doing it for is because I'm expecting to just need to buy in like double. That's why I only did 1,500, right? You can see it's not my average size. We tend to do significantly bigger, but some of them, they instantly popped off. I've never bought into a plus 40% pump in my life. I don't think I've ever done that. So, by the way, if you've not pressed that like button yet, you can. We've had about 3,000 people stop on by and say hi. Only 225 people liked, or 224 to be exact, right? You can be the 225th. Right now, there's a crazy action going on where if you press that like button, this number is going to go up by 1. All you got to do is press that like button and you will see this number go from 224 to 225. That's about it. Literally nothing else will happen, but, You're making me happy. So again, if you're looking to change that number from 224 to 225, this is your chance. I mean, it did work. We went to 226, so I appreciate you for pressing that button, all right? The two of you who pressed that. The rest of y'all, I'll remember this one, all right? Stingy asses. You guys not ready to give out a like, huh? All right, hey, whoever said do it, well, I don't want to be that guy, but as at this point, you guys have been pretty wrong. I know there's a few of you who are really, really accurately right, but hey, you know what? We'll stay away from the semant. I don't know which one of the two it is anymore in English. Is it semantics or the other one? Syntax, semantics. Let's skip the semantics. Gisela says you said you'll add more to the position. Yeah, I'm joking a little bit. All right, I'll be fine. It's the principle that matters. Again, first of all, hey, by the way, you guys might think that it's very bad to listen to the chat, right? You might think right now watching this that it is stupid to listen to another person in here. Which one of you was here when I opened the Bitcoin trade? Because I listened to the stream. Who was here at that time? It's been like a year or two, maybe. I've been doing this streaming for a long time. Who was here when I did that? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you weren't here. I'm gonna look something up right now, which will break some people. I shouldn't say that. Which will excite some people. I don't know why I'm using such vulgar language all of a sudden. Oh, by the way, I'm stuck again. Look at that, huh? Why does this camera keep getting stuck? Oh, beautiful again. So I asked just now who was here. It seems nobody knows what I'm talking about. Ray says, I wasn't here, I was new to your channel. So what I've got in front of me right now, a few years ago, I was doing a live stream and I said, do you guys think the Bitcoin price will go up or go down? And you want to know the fun thing? Everybody said up, 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 up. And you guys were crazy wrong. Matter of fact, the moment I bought into it, the price went down so hard that I quit the stream. I stopped because you guys lost me a few $1,000s in minutes. They were so wrong. But it turns out that since I just closed the stream and I closed my browser and I let this go, the 2,000 we put in is right now at 50. So, yeah. I mean, this is still one of my most legendary trades, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is still one of the coolest one. I think the number one coolest one is my $1,000 into XRP, 1,300. That right now is worth, what, 60K or something like that? Actually, my all-time high coolest trade is my Nosana trade because that's the public 900X or so that I pulled, which for meme coins is not that crazy, but that's little money, all right? This Nosana, we're talking big money, all right? We're talking real M's. So that was the best trade I think I've ever done publicly in that sense, except for memes and that type of thing, but that's different, right? Obviously also different from major plays like Bitcoin because you can make way more money on BTC, but it's different because this is like, I'm talking about from small to large. This is one of the craziest ones. 2K into BTC right now worth 50 some. Crazy, right? And this is why I always like to, when people say like, oh, but you can't. A lot of things are possible, maybe, ladies and gentlemen. All we have though, and all we need, I should say, is time. Let's see. Sub Dusty, sub Sin City. Welcome back, welcome back. Randy says, is this real life? You want to know the funniest thing when you ask me that? You know that I've been here making videos for so many years, right? You know, the real crazy part is that this is still very easy to me. I can still sleep just fine. I remember though, in really peak times, for example, back in November even also, I cannot sleep well no more because the price just pumps this much every single day. And that's why I made a video 3 days ago or something like that. I said, be happy with the fact that you can easily go to bed and not have to be like, like a little bit like, I don't know what it is like to really miss your crap. Maybe I shouldn't say all these things, right? I don't know what it is like to miss miss the next hit, like just missing it. I don't know what that's like, or miss like the next push or something like that. But I kind of feel like it might be the same, where you're just like laying in bed thinking of your next, on the next pump that's gonna, you're just going a bit like, you're just going a bit insane or something like that, because you just want to see your coins go up further, and you just, I should open my portfolio, shouldn't I? All right, I should take a little look at what these things doing. Maybe it's gone up like 3.2%. Maybe that trade is actually popping out right now, like a little bit. And the fact that right now I'm not having that too much. I have it, but not like fully addict vibes. Like I'm still kind of okay, right? I can still kind of sleep. Not like I'm not getting scratchy just quite yet. I just tell people, be happy that you're not feeling that way just quite yet. Maybe you never will. Maybe it's a personal thing. But now at least I've shared with you my feelings. And at least I've done that right now. So maybe now by knowing this, at least I'm sharing the pain a little bit with you. So hopefully right now, he gets to that same level. I don't know if he will, but interesting, right? Anyway, BTC's moving. Somebody says, I mean, it's all right. Let's see here. Oh, we are. You were actually not joking at all. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are again on our way to yet another ATH. ATH stands for all-time hashmolis, by the way, if you didn't know that. Oh, look at that. We are moving. And you want to know the funny thing? Even though I've got a crazy amount of schmeckles in BTC, I still care way more about alts just because it's so much more fun. Like, again, the majority of my money is not in BTC. This can go rip to 2x, and I would not be as excited as another coin dropping like a 1.5x just because like it's Bitcoin. Like, right? But then again, once Bitcoin goes crazy, all the alts start moving. So it's kind of the only one you really got to watch. If you only look at BTC and you just close your eyes for every single altcoin and just blindly go click, 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 there's still a pretty good chance you win just basing it off of Bitcoin alone. I don't look at most of my altcoins for fundamentals. Many of them I just held through the freaking bear. And I'm sometimes just buying with my eyes closed. You might think, Dusty, are you freaking stupid? Sometimes yes. But again, I've seen a lot of stupid people in my life. And you want to know a really fun fact? In really good bull markets, it's mostly delusional, stupid people that make tons of money. And it's really the smart people that think too much about everything that never do well. Why? Because if you're really, really smart, really sensible, you don't buy nothing. Because you're like, well, there's actually downside. There's actually risk involved. Well, there's actually, statistically speaking, theoretically. That's why with every theory I put up here, I try to always talk about the back end of it as well, which is how I can rationalize making these very irrational decisions. For example, aping into Algorand at a 40% pump in a day. If you are any person with more than 7 brain cells, would be like, might not be that smart, friend. And I would agree with you. But then again, we also understand that if Bitcoin all of a sudden is making a new crazy height, and right now it's going on a jump, it's going for a push, well, we're really not that high then from that angle, right? There's still a lot that can happen in any one of these coins, and the alts have only barely just started popping up. And again, describe the previous theory of if you really look at Bitcoin through the lens I'm pushing it through right now, it really does make sense to buy into every single one of those major pumps. And so, even though I didn't really buy Bitcoin too much, it still, even right now, makes sense to kind of, again, this is not finished advice. Whatever I'm about to say right now is just my own personal opinion. It even makes sense to still all in right now. Again, not finished advice, my personal thoughts. It still makes sense to just go full portfolio, all in, all the way, not look back. And as long as you do not get wrecked on the way down, if there's a little pushback, again, theoretically speaking, it should work out based on whatever happened in every single previous scenario. Every single one of the times previously you can see, right? Just look back at it, look at the back test, it would have worked. Again, but this could be the time where it doesn't. Anyway, David says, I was too smart a few years ago when I didn't sell my theta. I was being wise and patient when I should have just took the money and ran. Yeah, fun fact, I still have some theta right now. I actually have a good amount of theta. Matter of fact, I got a good bag of theta. Let me take a look at this. Let me take a look at how much I got in theta right now, sitting in my vault. How much is it up? Is it down? Is it up? I really want to know. Oh, this is amazing. I am right now in a state of euphoria, which you've not seen in at least like a few minutes. Oh, my days. This is good. This is nice. It is up again to 84 cents. The last time I checked my portfolio, it was at 60 cents, and I was almost Man, I want to say some stuff I shouldn't say. I was thinking of doing some terrible things, right? Sometimes when you walk across the street and you see like an elderly person, right? You know what? No, I'm just joking. Anyway, I was thinking of it though. When theta was not pumping, but now we're chill again. We're doing okay, right? The elderly walking across the street alone are safe again. So do not fret. Do not be afraid. Powell is stepping down. All right. And by the way, when it comes to that earlier theory, by the way, it is almost never a bad idea. I was going to say a bad idea to sell whenever you feel in a state of euphoria. If you're afraid looking at your portfolio, this usually means it's a time to sell at least something. Because, again, for me, and I've analyzed myself throughout the last years, right? But also, I'm used to losing significant amounts of money. I think most people could not trade shoes pretty quickly with somebody trading with size. And I've not shown you anything here. But let me just tell you one thing. If you've got a sizable portfolio, you're used to seeing that portfolio swing significantly. For Elon Musk, going up or down $40 billion is not that big a deal, right? We assume, because he's used to it. For me, for you, I know if you're watching this right now, going up and down a few $1 million, that's a pretty big deal, all right? It doesn't matter who you are. It's like, there's only a few people that I know that don't have that no more, right? But then again, that's all relative. It depends on how much you have and how flowy your portfolio is. If you are always used to having everything in a bank, then any single time you invest anything, you're like stressing out, or it's really much, or it's moving. But if you're a person like me who's made everything through volatility, if I see my portfolio being up 20%, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good day. Funny. If I see it go down 20%, I'm like, oh, that's pretty bad. It's a bad day. I don't really feel nothing over that. But some people wait an entire year with the S&P to see 20% gains. And if they see it fall, they go absolutely crazy, right? Especially if they were investing in something, in like a real estate investment, whatever, and it falls like 10%. They're going on berserk. They want to freaking destroy mountains and stuff. I don't got that, right? I can pretty easily chill here. Matter of fact, I can very comfortably here sip a nice little cup of coffee, a nice little cup of water, I'm just easily drink it, knowing my portfolio just went down 30%. Because I'm used to it. It's the crypto market, man. I mean, come on. But somebody just said our trading team is number. Wait a minute. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. Also, that song, I have to just at some point remind me next month or something like that. If the market is still up, I'm going to record that song. All right, I'm going to make my own version of the, pump it up. You got to. I'm going to make my own version of that song. And I'm going to make sure I can play it every single time without copyright. I love that song so much you have no freaking idea. You might be asking, why do you love it so much? Because it just gets you pumped up. It just gets you excited. It makes you want to start tap dancing. I don't even know how to tap dance. I have no freaking tappity tap shoes. I got none of that. But I feel like doing it though. I feel like just going out right now in the street and start showing some moves, some tappity tap tap dancing moves. I feel like it. I don't know how to describe that feeling. If you're not feeling sometimes like tap dancing, you probably wouldn't be able to get it. It's just something you gotta feel. I cannot describe the feeling of wanting to tap. Anyway, let's see the top P&L. We are top 5. The team is number 5. The team is number 5. We are number 5. Whoa, we can actually get to number 4 just now. Let's beat this Let's beat this guy just now. Look at that. The boys, the lads, we're in. And I'm kind of sad I'm not in the top, but I think my account size is a bit too big. So it thinks I'm not making any money at all, which is reasonable, right? It thinks I'm not doing that well. One of these guys, though, 1,450% up. Okay, he's only number 10. He's like number 10 in the entire freaking world right now. But before, I think it was even higher. But some people are destroying it. We'll look at this. But these guys are not winning anything. The thing is, they're not trading with any money. For example, they just made a new account, did one trade, and were able to get it up there. But the reason it says 0 is because there's usually requirements. Like you need to at least trade 50K or something like that, otherwise you can't win. So these two are going to be disqualified. So this means this guy, one of our team members, is literally number 7 in the entire freaking comp. Oh no, another one is 0. So he's number 6. Oh, that is amazing. In our team, what an honor. But look at this, the lads have been doing well, huh? Oh, I'm happy to see it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of the team. Whoever decided we should go and open an Algorand trade, by the way, I need to remember that, and every single one of you is banned. Every single one of you, all right? Every single one of you who said go for the Algorand trade. I'm going to look back, and every single one of you manually, all right, one by one, ban, ban, ban. At least we made 50 cents, though. Woo! Anyway, IOTA is also down tremendously from the pump just now. I thought we were pumping. Where's that pump? Where'd it go? What's going on? What's going on right now? Huh? What's going on? Let's see. BTC dominance not yet dropped hard, man. That's why alt's still lagging. Yeah, but also because Bitcoin hasn't really gone on that crazy of a rally. DustyBC, please teach us about Bitcoin dominance. Well, the only thing you need to realize is Bitcoin's dominance it's not really an indicator for much. All it showcases is how is Bitcoin doing relative to every single alt. The chart that is basically in direct alignment with this is actually just the opposite. It's the altcoin market cap. The reason it's not a direct opposite is because this just shows you how altcoins have been going, but these, theoretically speaking, could be going up, but if they go up less than Bitcoin has, Bitcoin's dominance will still go up, right? So they're not fully in unison, they're not fully in inverse correlation. Actually, matter of fact, they're not. It's hard to say whether or not there's really any correlation at all, because in theory, the altcoin market cap can go both up or down, and the Bitcoin dominance could theoretically speaking do the exact opposite as well. It's hard to say, because obviously it just shows relatively right now in the entire market, Bitcoin is about 65% of it. Some people say Bitcoin should be higher because the rest is trash. Some people say no, it should be probably at around 30% or so, because Bitcoin signifying about 1/3 of every 10, 20 million altcoins. You know, that does make a little bit of sense. I say once euphoria really kicks in, this number is going to drop hard. But to say where it's going to drop, how much it's going to drop, I don't know if there's really any metric for it that really works consistently. Nobody's been able to find it just quite yet. I think mostly it's a feeling-based thing, or based on previous history saying, for example, hey, this 65, which we talked about before, percent range, it's something where we usually kind of feel as if this is where things are quite high. You know, the highest point back in the previous rally was like 73%. And so since we right now have peaked, one of those peaks is usually the moment where things flip around, right? And so it could be a few peaks further, but then again, based on where you are in the market, you start adding 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 together, and it does make sense for it to be somewhere around this area. Oh, somebody says we were second in the competition yesterday. I didn't see that. That would have been so amazing. You know, pump it up. You got to. That's the can you sing. Don't you know, pump it up. Now that you've told me to sing, it's like Dance Monkey. Like, go sing for it. Now I can't do it no more. If you just said, yeah, pump it up, I'd be excited there with you. Now it's like a command. You know, like, hey, go sing that song. I don't need you to sing that for me. Now I can't do it no more. I wanted to, really. Right, trust me, I wanted to. I was right here singing it until you told me. So now I can't. Like, out of principle, I gotta wait like minimum 30 seconds right now. But I'll get you the song, though. Right? Like, out of principle, I gotta wait like a few seconds. You understand, hopefully. By the way, guys, if you're watching this, we've had about 4,000 people stop by and say hi. Make sure you press that like button, as we are seeing a market shift. All right, and I'm loving the energy today. Like, a stream is so much more fun if the people in there. So you guys, if you're watching this right now, I'm talking about you right. Oh, hey, look at that HD finger. Oh, look at the quality on that, though, huh? Look at that. This feels really personal, I hope. I hope you... Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. That was the edge. Oh, there we go. I was going to say you right there. You. I should make that a... Damn. Anyway. I don't know why I did that just now a few times. But I was going to say, if the people in the group, right? So you watch this right now. You know, the more fun you are, the more fun it is also to have a conversation right here, right? At the end of the day, I'm talking here to the people in this chat. And that's for the most part what we're doing. Like, trading is a secondary thing. I'm just enjoying the vibes right here. And we're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that's besides the point. By the way, who remembers this trade being at like minus 80K or something like that, right? Right now it's plus 180,000. It's funny. I said, no, just wait. You'll see this be plus $200,000 soon. And the comment said, only where XRP is going to go is down. I know there's many people who agree with me on my thoughts, but still, so many people are like, oh, you stupid. All right, plus 184,000 I consider to be valid enough as a 200K schmeckles, but hey, that's me. Alchemist says, you are invading my personal space. I put my 3D glasses on. Oh, this feels like, I feel like I've unlocked a power I never knew I had. It's so HD. It is such high quality. I feel like I'm poking in somebody. Oh, pause. Oh, man. I never knew I had this power. Nobody oh, man. I can't show the ashiness. I can't do that. Never mind. We're done. We're done with this. We're done with playing with the hands. You know, pump it up. Look at that. 121.4. No, you know, pump it up. Let's go. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Oh, you know what I should do? I should connect this thing right here. Okay, this is going to be a bit weird. I should connect this thing and make it like a, you know, hey, dump it, bump it down. Don't you know? And I can just all of a sudden make it a DJ type of thing. Don't you know? Pump it up. Let's go. You got to. Wait, where's the? You might be thinking, what are you doing? I'm grabbing something, right? I need this. This is necessary right now. I am right now locked in. Oh, never mind. It wants to get the microphone. You know, pump it up. Let's go. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Woohoo! Got to pump it up. Don't you? The only problem is the chart is going a bit against us, boys. Yeah, I don't know about my song no more. I'm looking at prices right now. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, let me go and take the microphone or the camera back up. Some people say cringe. I understand, but I'm having fun. Calm down, dork. Man, why are you so hateful, bro? Chill out, all right? Have a fun time. At the end of the day, what can we do? If you can't enjoy the little things, life really gets freaking miserable, my friend. Oh, man, you don't know the amount of fun I have in a day. Just the small things, right? Obviously, it's not a freaking DJ thing. I don't know. I can make it one. I can sing my Pump It Up song, see our coins just go absolutely nuts, and I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying watching our trades just go absolutely crazy. And at the same time, chatting with all the lads here. Sin City says, here's the link. Let's see. Oh, what type of link you sending me, dog? You know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. You see the Sin, the problem with that is all copyrighted. So people often put, no, it's no copyright, no copyright. But all those songs, the Pump It Up songs, they all have copyright. At least all the ones we've tried before. And I don't really mind the stream not being profitable. Because again, if something is copyright... Anyway, so it doesn't mean the copyright that they're claiming the money. That's not the important thing. It's that the video or the stream gets taken down in a lot of countries. Because I tried it before. And the problem is, I don't know which countries anymore, right? But a lot of countries, let's say 90% of the countries in the world, can't watch the stream anymore then. Because it just restricts it. That's the issue. So, hence, it is going to force me to go back to the record a new song. I'm not sure what the rules on that are, but come and get me, Endor or whatever, whoever the song's made by. Come and get me. If you want to really claim all those streams so bad by my made-up song, you go ahead and do that. All right. 𝗕𝗓𝗪 is still one of the craziest coins of the season, though. I still can't believe this just happened for 𝗕𝗓𝗪. Just crazy. Knock, knock, knocking on Algo's door. You know. But it's okay. Just give it some time. I mean, the grids is gridding, though. So this is, again, one of the beautiful parts about him. Is the fact that it's able to, cash out as the price goes up and down. So even though the P&L is not looking juicy at all, I'm not loving to see that. The grids are looking pretty nice if you analyze it. Alchemist says, how about the one of 𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 tunes? I don't know. I didn't check that one out. I could. I think he's also too big an artist where he also probably has the copyright on it, but maybe. I'm developing a crypto-based game tied into AI, RWA, more so. Watch for it in the next 12 months. All right. If you use AI to make songs, it's not copyright, I think. All right. I remember XRP going to $2 and you blasting the song for 2 hours straight. Did I? Oh my days. Man, we've had so many crazy times on the channel. You want to know the funniest thing? Like, we're enjoying right now. I'm ecstatic for some reason, even though it's not that much of a pump. We've seen way crazier. I remember when that pump in November happened and I couldn't sit still, but it feels then. Maybe it's just the potential that's in all this. Maybe it's just the idea that right now we really could be going on a crazy pump. Maybe it's just the idea that we're at the start of the crazy run. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just that idea that we are about to absolutely pop off. I think that could be it. Sometimes you just sit here and think like, let's go! Let's go! Something like that. I don't know if you guys have that too. That feeling of, yeah, we're gonna freaking make it. It's gonna happen this time around. You jumped in the jacuzzi too. Yeah, that's happened on a few occasions. I remember in the Maldives we did that. I remember in Mauritius. Where else? There's probably been a few more places. But it's only if I have like a pool in the backyard, and I don't have that everywhere. It depends on the hotel suite. It depends on what the room looks like.
Let's go!
Excited. Well, excitement spitting everywhere. I know volume was off. I know. Just know everybody's hyped up. Volume. We're good. Yeah, Algorand trade. Doing pretty okay. Could be better. Could be slightly worse. Could be slightly better. I guess we're in the middle as to that. Something else says it changes everything. I mean, ultimately, we are waiting for Bitcoin to make the real crazy moves. Like, this is all okay. But could be even a bit crazier. I think that's the thing. You will not really realize how crazy Bitcoin can get until it happens. I just proved to you guys like an hour or so ago that really, when you start thinking about it, a 25K move in a day, even something like that, is not unheard of. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say here is financial advice. But you have to realize it's not that unlikely. It's just, in my opinion, it's not. Good vibes VR says, my heart is beating Luffy in his Nika form from the drums financial liberation. I don't know what in the One Piece you just said, but all right. How did you get rich? What is rich, my friend? What are we talking about? I think, really, all you got to do is just lock the frick in and stop asking. Just go for it, right? I think. You know, I also like this new YouTube feature with all the number ones and stuff. I don't know 100% like what it does. It says biggest fans. So I think it just shows who's talking most or who's watching the longest, maybe. But if you're like honestly a real hardcore viewer, but you didn't want to make it look like it, this exposes you, all right? I'm going to remember all... I'm going to start writing all these names down. Ain't no escaping me no more. If I see you commenting under anybody else's video, you're mine, all right? Ain't happening. I'm getting you guys banned off the platform. I need you. Now that you've been in this list, this is where you always got to stay. You got to keep the bar high. You've set the bar for yourself by, being a number one like that. Dusty Love from South Africa. What are we saying about Near and Cardano? The thing is, I don't own, I own like a little bit of Near, but they're not in the really hyped up spot. It's not something I would actively buy, right? I have Near still from like the previous months. If it does well, I'm happy, but I'll just be looking to sell, not really looking to buy. Cardano, I think is, again, this is my own personal opinion, is still in a pretty good spot. It's not that overvalued. It's actually, matter of fact, for the run, still quite low. I think Cardano is in a pretty good position to still potentially get more off. But Near, I don't know. I've never felt, oh wow, let's buy Near today. No, I never felt like that. Jim says, brother, what is your name? All right. You know what? I will not even ask. Dusty, can I get a hoya? What is a realistic point for BTC to top out? Can it really go up forever? Well, no, it's quite cyclical in nature, right? So we expect the market to move up for a certain amount of months and then down for a certain amount of months. It doesn't always happen the exact same way. It's usually a few months off. But generally speaking, we expect 1 year of down, 3 years of up in general. that Japanese banker said once, it's altogether XRP will be very high. I wonder what very high is to a banker. Are you talking about Yoshitaka Kitao, the previous CEO of SBI? Or maybe he's still actually CEO of SBI. Maybe he changed to board of directors though. Or I believe maybe he changed to board of directors of Ripple and then changed over again. And maybe he then became the CEO of SBI/Ripple. But I don't remember if he became a CEO of the joint venture or what. What about Render? Again, Render is one of those projects that does tend to do really, really well when the retail comes back in. It's an easy buy, but there's no real hype for AI type of things. You would have otherwise seen everything AI from Render to virtuals all pop out, but they're not really. Joe says, how many months did you hold the BTC perp? How much is the fees for holding leveraged longs? So the thing is, I could actually just go and one exit, get the amount of money that I made, but I like it more being a leveraged position because it looks cooler. Because we put 2K in and we made 51, right? It looks better, but it's been open for a long amount of time because Bitcoin was only 34,000 when we did it. So I don't know, man. I don't remember. It's been one of those streams. How much is the fees? Like 6K, I think. Yeah, 7,000. Maybe like a year and a half or something. But again, relatively, I don't really care for all the fees. They can charge me even 5 times more fees. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. I don't mind, And by the way, this is also the benefit of shorting. If we were short, yes, we would be down a tremendous amount. But theoretically speaking, this is also what the trade would have made us, in funding fees. So that's why people like to short while also holding Bitcoin. So then they can make that fee. Oh, days. Bitcoin is again pushing it, guys. Look at this. It's pushing. Man, it really wants to go up, huh? This was a crazy hour, though, man. Look at that. 2% in an hour. That's now like 2,000 schmeckles for Bitcoin. That's a lot. Also, I don't know why this... Like every single time, the amount of viewers spikes to like 700 or something like that. But when I'm looking at the chart, you can see there's usually about like 600 people in, and it goes right back down to like 500. What is that? Like sometimes it's glitched out, but how does that happen? Is it just bots joining in or something like that? And every single day on every one of my videos, there's always a ton of bots who come in and comment all those, hey, XAIP, this is amazing crypto, yabba-dee-dabba-doo. And I can't stop it. I sometimes think maybe there's also automated programs on my channel for it to go here. Because again, you can see it's not registering in the proper view count. So, I don't know exactly what's happening there in that front. Not 100% sure on that. By the way, guys, if you watch this right now and you have not pressed that like button yet, right now is your best time to do so. You will gain absolutely nothing from pressing that like, except for my satisfaction. And hopefully that's good enough for you. Oh. Can you really believe, though, that Bitcoin right now is at 121.5K? Like, can we really take a second to understand that? Like, what that number means? Can we for a second appreciate that? Like, for just a second, we sit still and realize what we're facing right now? It seems like also all my accounts are at new all-time highs. I'm just looking through for fun real quick. Every single thing is just in blast-off mode, man. They really, really are. Because all of a sudden, Bitcoin is pushing through. The altcoins are pushing through. I'm loving every single second. And again, I'm not saying that this is going to be like the craziest of spikes all of a sudden now. But I am saying that more likely than not, this is again where the things just pop off. Let's see XRP. Where's the XRP price at? What are we doing, XRP? Come on. I don't have an XRP chart open no more. I guess I'm just watching it right here. Oh, XRP wants to break out so bad as well. It's not yet, but it wants to break out so bad. I can smell it. All right, I can smell it on the XRP right now. It wants to break out so bad, but it's being held back. Potentially by the Bitcoin move, I don't know. But soon enough, I personally think it'll go on a rampage anyway. I'm not too worried about this right now. I'm not too worried at all. I feel as if this is the moment where things just only get better for a while. And you might say, Dusty, can you guarantee that? No, I never guarantee nothing. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing my thing. but just, again, you sometimes have that feeling. Connor says, I'm struggling about XRP, bro. Okay, let's see. You struggling? Let's see what you're saying. I'm struggling about XRP, bro. How long are you holding for, or are you selling this cycle and buying back in? Because I feel like the upside could be massive. I understand this isn't financial advice. Very nice. Thank you for saying that. Well, let's take it one step at a time. So when am I selling? Well, there's a lot of different ideas as to when I might sell. But generally speaking, if there's really something I think is going to do better, I'll sell. If there's really something that I can't, if there's nothing I can think of to buy with my money, I will probably not sell. Why? Well, depending on where in the season we're at, why would I sell then if the price can go way higher? So there's two sides. And I don't know what my earlier story was. Let me just rephrase it again. I am not really planning to sell XRP anytime soon. Even if it hits $10 tomorrow, I might sell because I can make a quick flip of like a few million, like $5 million or something like that. So I'll make a quick flip maybe. But for the most part, on this trade, for the most part, even if XRP goes on an astronomical rally and I sell, what am I going to go with that? What am I going to go do with that? You want to sell at the top, sure. But if the price just goes on a crazy spike, just like how Algorand did, that doesn't mean the spike has now ended the run. So people like to say, sell at the top, sell at the top, sell at the top. You know how hard it is to find the exact top? If you at some point are satisfied with your gains, you can sell. But maybe for me, $10 is not much at all because I need, in my head, $45. At that point then, selling at $10 is kind of like low, especially if the price eventually went to 32. Then I might feel like I really sold a freaking low point. I might always feel bad forever and regret it forever. So another person will actually sell at $4, was able to double their money, and is ecstatic, always happy. Even though it went to 30, he was able to sell for $4, which is double his money. So he's like running over the place happy. It depends on you. Me, personally, I look at my timing. Meaning, hey, I said before, back in 2023, beginning of 2024, I'm going to sell every single day of 2025. Like from January 1st, I'm going to sell 1% every single day. If I did that, it would have worked out pretty beautifully because, well, the market moved down from like somewhere in January when Trump came in, it started moving down. If I listened to myself, I'd be up pretty tremendously because eventually we would be able to buy the dip with all the money we sold at the start. On the opposite end, we noticed the altcoin season basically shifted further for some reason. So again, the idea there was, you know what, we're going to start selling the second half of 2025, which basically is around this time. But again, if you're going to try to sell everything at one spot, you most likely end up selling way too early. If you try to sell everything at one spot, when it's peak, not like precautionary, but like peak, you're going to be way too late because it's almost impossible. So the best strategy then is to sell in a multiple day, multiple week time span. And most people come to the conclusion that selling 1% of your portfolio every single day, something along those lines, is something that most people come to the conclusion is a smart thing to do. Again, not financial advice. So for example, we take the period of August to January 2026. Even though we've not peaked, right? As long as you're at a point where you're comfortable seeing the win. So for example, go from, you say for example, $2 you bought in at and now it's at $4.25, right? You're not really eager to sell, but since it's like more than double, you're quite comfortable. You just sell 1% every single day consistently, right? And maybe if the price all of a sudden goes to 6, you start selling 2% because you're like, okay, we're actually pretty high. That way you keep yourself a lot of potential for the price moves up significantly, but you've also cashed out a good chunk in case this was the high point. Now, the key there is not to FOMO sell when things start dropping. Again, you have to stay consistent with potentially only increasing the number if the price goes up hard, not decreasing the number or anything like that. But again, it depends on you. Everybody's different. Some people will find that's one of the best things you can do. Some people will find that stupid. Why? Well, because most likely you're going to start selling too early. A lot of people will sell too early if you're doing a multiple monthly strategy of selling, a multi-week strategy of selling. But I just have found out that out of this whole entire chat of 600 people, there'll probably be like 3 who can time things perfectly. Probably 0, but maybe 3. So if you do not want to be left with regret, again, my personal strategy is always just look at the time, right? If it's about time where things probably will peak and you're again seeing your chart go from this to that. If you've seen Bitcoin go to 220,000, I mean, it's up freaking, it's up so much from the bottom. You might as well sell a good chunk, right? Because that's, Jonas says, I'm BTC only. If you're BTC only, obviously the strategy still applies. But I would say the BTC strategy, theoretically speaking, has already started. Since we are blasting past all-time highs, even if you're starting to sell right now, theoretically speaking, since we are at extremely high prices, it's not stupid. But again, looking at the past, just looking at the charts, right? I showed you this a little bit earlier today. If you were to, let's show it here. If you were to buy into every single crazy Bitcoin pump in history, it would have never worked out badly for you. Every single time the price went on a crazy rally the next few weeks afterwards. So again, from my personal perspective, it is still a buy opportunity. And even though this is not a dip, from a certain perspective, we are at what, 0.1 million? It's still kind of low in my opinion. Oh, we're pumping again, boys. 122! Everybody, $122,000 per Bitcoin. We just hit it. $122,000 per Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, give a little clap or say yeah in the chat box. Let's go, everybody. Woo! $122,000 per Bitcoin. There we go. What's the high? The local high? Oh, we are at an all-time high. We really are. Look at that. All-time high. Live. The high previously was not. Oh, look at that. 122.1, ladies and gentlemen. New all-time high for Bitcoin live on stream. Whoa. And everybody went crazy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. 122.2 over. Oh. I'm locked in right now. Nobody say a word. We're watching this little flower blossom. What the helly? XRP is still left behind, but usually it takes a bit of time for this to pop off. Marine says, you're too calm, Dusty. It's because I know what's about to happen next. Come on. Come on. This feels like I'm on a racetrack, with the horses, like, yeah, come on. And you have like those bills in your hand. I don't know. Whenever I have that in my head, it's like with the, yeah. When they're going for the horses. Come on, go. Come on. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. Excellent check. Oh no. Hey, how's the... Wait a minute. Remember early in the stream, ladies and gents? How's Algra... I need to remember to look at every single one of you who said, Al Grant is so amazing right now. I'll remember every single one of your faces, right? Al Grant, top tier garbage. I'm joking, but damn. Algorand is shy. Sure. All right. What's pumping? What's going? Oh, Doge is going on a run. We did expect that one to go on a run, and it is. That's nice. ETH is doing nothing. The rest is. Oh, okay. I wanna compound again. Come on, XRP. Give me a little run for my money. Give me a little run for my money, boy. Come on. Oh, XLM is looking juicy, but it can be juicier. It's only up 300% in like a few days. We're not gonna talk about Algorand, brother. All right. I can't talk about Algorand because we missed the boat. Come on, 295. Come on. One more little push. Come on. Come on. 295 per XRP, ladies and gentlemen. We take those. There we go. All right. Very, very important hurdle we just crossed. It just touched it barely. I know. But this is crucial. Bitcoin's also going. All right. Bitcoin keeps on going. We take those. Never mind. You're lying to me in the chat. Why you hyping me up? All right. Don't do me like this again, my friend. Don't. Maybe higher, maybe not. 124. Wow. You're naughty, huh? You're naughty liar, huh? Come on. 295.06. Dusty, jump in the pool, brother. I don't have the facilities for that too. I cannot. There's nothing I can do, brother. I need to go like a few floors down and jump in there. I can't do that. All right. If I was streaming on my phone, I would just sneak in the pool of the hotel and do it for you. Right? I would. Right now, I mean to you, my brother, I would. But I don't know how I'm going to take my camera in here and do everything. You scared the shit out of me, bro. You have to be scared. You understand that? We are going. We are pumping. We're loading up. We're dragging them freaking barrels. We are right walking right now. How can you not be awake? You got to lock in right now. You got to be ready. All right? If you're not ready, watch the screen. Look at this. 5.8. Oh, we're almost at 5.89. Come on. Look at this. Come on. Whew. Take a look at this, ladies and gents. Jump in the shower, brother. That's a bit of a weird request. I don't want to be that guy, but that's a bit of a strange request to make in somebody's chat. Just want you to know that that's something, you could have DM'd me that, if you really, just to say it when everybody's watching like that, you say, hey, come on, jump in the shower. That's a bit crazy, You're a wild one. But hey, you know what? That's appreciated, The crazies are also always welcome in this chat. Damn, though, huh? Okay, we didn't hit 296. Or maybe on some platforms we did hit 296. Oh. This is nice. I'm having a good time right now. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Let's go. To pump it up. Don't you know? Dun 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 dun. Hey. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-pow. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-pow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-pow. It makes me want to freaking. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin coming back in hot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hot. Feeling hot. Dun, dun, dun. Feeling hot. Tony says, Dusty, your channel got canceled maybe because you scream a lot. You scared all the babies. I don't know about all of that. All right. I don't know about none of that. All I know is that I'm feeling good right now. I'm having a beautiful time. Right. I'm looking at my charts, going absolutely wild. I want to go back to my main account here. Let's see for fun. My main Bybit. Let's give a little baby a view. See how this is doing. That position is not as interesting. It's still the same size, I think, relatively. Maybe I don't remember what the other size was, but it's not as profitable. It's still good, 3K to like 40. So it's not bad, but it could be cooler. It's fun that the ETH position is now back at a profit. That was at a loss for forever. And of course, our XRP position is the coolest one I have on this account. Putting 1K in, and we're at like 62, something like that. I hope this will be like a 1K to 100 trade. That would be one of my most amazing achievements. A 100x. That would be pretty freaking nice. YN says, I got more. Don't worry, you have to take profits. I don't know exactly what that meant, but indeed, it is never a bad idea to take some profits. Dusty, do you? No, don't worry, my friend. I don't do anything. I'm just chilling here. Funnily enough, it's 2:30 a.m. All right, my last coffee was also hours ago, and usually, this is the 15-minute chart. That's why. Here we go. 1 minute. Here we go. We gotta watch this like every single second. 50 just a 𝗕𝗁𝗀𝗀. Yeah, also, people were often pretty confused when I always say 𝗕𝗁𝗀𝗀 when I'm talking about money, but I don't know. I always say 𝗕𝗁𝗀𝗀s. It's just what I say. But now every single one in the chat knows what I'm talking about when I say 𝗕𝗁𝗀𝗀s. Come on. Oh, my hands are freaking warm. Look at that, right? I need some moisturizer to get these hands nice and flowy. So you're able to do like, when you're watching something, this is what I feel like doing right now. I don't know why. I think because our coins are going up. I feel like just sitting here like this with my hands properly tied within one another. I don't know why I have that right now. I feel like doing that, right? How could that be? Oh. But I just feel like bowing my head down a little bit and just go for, 𝗕𝗁𝗀𝗀s or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it. Blaze says, no sleep season. How can you sleep when your coins are going crazy like this? Alex says, whoever sold XRP is going to regret it so bad later on. I don't know, man. I feel like it's not a bad thing to sell whenever you're in crazy amounts of profit. Because ultimately, you can't regret buying a freaking house off of your... Oh. 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 2589. We take those. 589. Hey, 589. Hey. I always like watching that. Hey, where you guys are watching from? For me right now, it's 2:30 a.m. Who's watching at an even more unholy hour right now? I want someone who's watching at like 4 a.m. I don't know where in the world you could be. Maybe like Iceland. Okay, maybe 5 a.m. then. Got to give me that one. All right, maybe England. What's the time in England right now? Maybe that's also 6 a.m. I think. Or I don't know. I don't know time zones that well. I don't even know what times I'm on. I think I'm in like -4 UTC. Oh, 589 back. $2.96. Okay, I'm getting ready to lock in right now. Like I'm level 4. I'm level 94 locked in right now as we speak. Okay, we got a lot of different countries right now. We got Las Vegas 1030. All right, you're doing rookie numbers. Nobody's telling me anything. Okay, we got 130. Nobody's with me here at 2. Oh, there we go. Paraguay 236. I'm liking you right there. We got no freaking Brazil or anything like that. Nobody's in the trenches with me right now. Nope. Nobody. Oh, look at this. 296, boys. We're going. Where's Bitcoin at? We keep pumping. Bitcoin taking a little breather. Right, taking a little bit of breathing room. Taking it in. What are our coins doing? Algorand, whoever showed me this garbage, I will never take a look at Algorand again. Garbage. Oh. Where's XLM at? Oh, look at this. Look at that on XLM. Absolutely insanity. New York 136. Okay, you guys are all validated, all right? If you watch this at 136, we stand together. That's good enough for me. 636, not sleeping yet. Never mind. You take the cake. If you're not sleeping at 6:30, you win this one, all right? Who else is here? Okay, so we got 6:30s. But the question is, are you awake or have you not slept? Paraguay. I like the Paraguay. You're in the same trenches as I am. 12:36. You're all okay. All right. The 6 a.m. guy, that's where the craziness is at. All right. For me, 2:30 a.m. 2:38 to be exact. Only 3 hours of sleep. I'll unlap later. Oh, man. Some of you guys are actually a bit crazier than I'm watching this yesterday. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Damn. 7:38. I still not slept. Okay, never mind. All right. Some of you guys need to go catch a little breather, man. Net wakker, half 8. No sleep for me. And night shift tonight. The markets don't sleep. But fun fact, the crypto market never sleeps. Somebody says it's up. Yep. Boys. Okay. Who's thinking $3? Who's thinking this? Who's thinking $3? Who's thinking, nah, ain't happening? Let's get some expectations. Let's get some predictions in here. Who thinks 3 will happen? Who thinks 3 is not happening just now? We're very close, but still, it seems to be a little bit of an iffy-waffy moment. And I already know. You know what's gonna happen? Don't mind the ashiness, all right? If anybody comments, you're getting straight up banned, all right? That has to happen. You know what's gonna happen? Why is this lagging so much? I'm gonna go to sleep, and not now, but the moment I go to sleep, I already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to like $3.30 in like a night, and I'm gonna always be like, I should have never gone to bed. Oh, I already know what's gonna happen. But right now, who thinks $3 is happening? Who thinks it's not? Let's go. Let's get a poll in. How do I do that again? Is XRP I should sit a little bit more comfortably than typing like this, but you know what? Is XRP hitting 3 schmeckles? Somebody says I hadn't had a shirt on in hours. I like every single one of you who's watching this, right? But sometimes you gotta understand, you're sharing information with me that I now have to keep in my head forever. Like you now telling me you're not wearing a shirt and you've not for hours. I don't know why you decided to tell me that. I'm going to have to process that data. I'm going to store it in a certain part of my brain right now. For what? What? Boys? I'm just realizing right now, I'm in a hotel room. These neighbors must be like, this guy in my neighbor. They must be every single time I move this chair, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear on the microphone. It's like the most dark type of noise ever. They must be sitting in their bed, like I'm looking up at the ceiling. And I feel bad for them, all right? I really, really do. But I've got priorities, all right? You know, what can we do? They should have put better chairs in the hotel room. I feel bad for them. I don't remember a few days ago when I was in a different... Who did that? Who's doing this right now? Who's doing that? They put the machine the wrong direction. Something's wrong. Who put the machine the opposite side? It's supposed to go green. It's red right now. What's going on right there, my boy? Somebody says, here we go, $1.90 again. That would be awesome. That would be so freaking hilarious. We're talking, by the way, about cents. Like, it's up tremendously right now. Also, fun fact, I thought it was going to stream for like a few minutes. Right now, we have 1,000 people watching. Wait, what? What did this happen? Everybody's watching the XRP pump, or the Bitcoin pump here. If you're in the chat right now, we've had about 6,500 people stop by and say hi. Make sure you press that like button right now. If you all watching this right now, press that button. Fun fact, we are instantly at 433 likes. So if you right now watching this, you're thinking, hey, my button looks unpressed. If you right now press that, hey, there we go. Let's act like we didn't see that. If you right now press that button, we are instantly a few likes up. You know how? Try the magic, all right? I know this number can change from 435 to something really, really crazy if you right now press that button. Oh, how can it happen? I don't know. Try me. Try pressing that button. Something crazy is gonna happen. Make it white. Okay. By the way, I'm not sure who exactly decided to to change the market around. Whoever was doing that, you should not have done that. All right. See, by the way, we're all instantly at 507. Look at that. I knew it was gonna happen. Appreciate that, boys. Never mind. We're at 580, 548. So you see, me just saying, haha, press that button. We've got 150 likes added. You see, this is why I sometimes ask for it. You guys say, please stop begging for likes. I'm basically like an 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏, is what you can call me sometimes. I'm out here begging, but I'm proud of it. I'm enjoying every single boys. What's going on? You know, watch my profit, by the way, just for fun. If you want to feel some type of way, just By the way, I must admit, we're still up tremendously, by the way. This is the 1 minute chart. We're still at like 294, which for most people that went to bed, this is still tremendously beautiful. And you might ask yourself, why are you on the 1 minute chart? Well, I mean, otherwise, how do I feel emotions, right? You know, this is going up and down by the thousands every minute. This is how you feel a rush, you know? You see, so if you zoom out, we're still looking really quite good, right? But if you want to feel some emotion, you zoom in and you realize every single one of these. Just for fun, keep looking at my P&L. Just look at the amount of profit or loss I'm making right here. This is going to be funny for some people. If you want to feel some emotion, act like you're me right now. Dusty, you're too zoomed in. All right, let me... Oh, wait, give me a second. You're right. We were a bit too zoomed in. Man, it's interesting to watch this though. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's still trending nicely. Not doing too much. Breakout Lumen, huh? Whew, okay, so the poll has now been ended. I love staring at the 1 second chart. Okay, there's maniacs, and there's maniacs of maniacs. What do you mean you're watching a 1 second chart? Wait, you can't do it on you can do it on Bybit though, right? Let's go watch a 1 second chart. Let me open up a 1 second chart. Can we do that? I think so. I can always do it on TradingView, but let's see if we can do it on Bybit too. I think so. Oh, okay. You want to feel some type of way? You want to see movement, boys? Oh, nah. You know what, my brothers and sisters? I love seeing the XP price move, but this is not good for the heart. You know what? I'm not doing none of that. Like, you enjoy that, but this is not good. No, I can't deal with that. Nope. We're watching the 1 minute chart. This is enough emotion for a grown-ass man, all right? If you want to really get... And by the way, I've decided to step down from my chair and just go like, I don't know how you call this. Knee on the floor mode. Because I'm locked in right now on my monitor. I'm locked in right now seeing my hard-earned money go down by the thousands a minute. Oh, no. Guys, I have such tremendously bad news. Okay, I have one of the worst pieces of news you could imagine. This is not a problem for any single one of you. This is only a problem to me. No, guess. Guess what I've just found out. No. This is so bad. I left the chocolate in my pocket. And it's completely melted. No! My pocket is chocolatey. No, this is super bad. Oh, no. Why did I do that? It's like one of those... No. It's one of those delicious ones, too. Oh, you can see the chocolate melting out right there. Oh, this is super bearish. No. Oh, this is not nice. Oh. Somebody's saying the fridge 20 minutes. I don't care about the chocolate, brother. I care about my pen pocket. Somebody says I love it. Man, you're an interesting one. You love pants with chocolate on them? You're a friend. Brother, stop talking about the fridge. I don't care about the chocolate. It's my pants. Stop being dramatic. Okay, you've clearly not had chocolate in your pocket for a while, all right, brother? This is not nice. All right, I stuck my hand in my pocket just now, and it's fully chocolatey. Again, it could be worse. Could be a leaky pen. That's good. That's right. All right, fair enough. I'll still eat the chocolate, by the way. Fridge 20 minutes, like I have a fridge. I'm still eating this, by the way. I never eat chocolate, but it's in my pocket now, so I guess this is what they wanted me to eat. Oh, that's a sugar bomb. Nah, I'm not eating that. I'm eating none of that. Oh, that's good. But nah. Oh, that's amazing pants. It's like pants flavor. Oh, delicious. He was telling you to put your pants in the fridge for 20 minutes. What? What am I reading right now? Like, sometimes I wonder if this is real life. What some of you guys are writing, I don't even know, man. By the way, I think if every single one of you types, go, pump, every single one of you, let's try it out. If every single one in this chat types, let's go, just go, 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 maybe it does work. We have no influence. We can do nothing. We're all too broke to make any dent in the chart. But if we all say go, yeah. What if the the XRP chart listens to us? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But let's see if you guys are. Come on. We like that, but go. Come on. Pump it. Okay. Come on. You bump it up. You know what? Maybe if we move to a different chart. Come on, like If you know, you move to a Bitcoin chart or something like that, maybe you know something. Oh, look at altcoins. Wow, you know, look amazing. Oh, wow, look at Bitcoin. Wow, yep, it worked. Amazing. Look at how good that's been going. And how is our Algorand bot doing? Do you guys realize we just lost like $25,000 in like a few minutes? Do you guys realize that, like, mentally? Can you comprehend that? Just keep, this is real P&L, what we're dealing with here. That bot sucks. It was the chat that decided we should open an Algorand bot. Well, one thing we realize now is that saying go like crazy does not work proper. Bro, it's only 25K for real. You're right. It's not that big a deal. It's just fun to realize that we just are up and down such amounts. I mean, over a portfolio, it's not that much, but the fact that I'm seeing it here in front of me, I'm not realizing that it's actual money. I could just buy a new watch off of that, right? If I just like click and click, but it's magic internet money. It doesn't feel like anything. Michael says, it's kind of funny knowing that you are literally by yourself. Okay, skip, pause. You have no freaking idea. But anyway, you are by yourself, talking to yourself in front of a screen. I mean, I could say a few things to that, but I'll accept it. Because in my own head, every single one of you kind of is real. And I'm having a nice little conversation. Second of all, you don't know. You don't know who's in the room with me right now. If you think about it, you'd have no idea. There could be 25 people. I'm locked in, right? You don't know the levels of locked in I am. But on the opposite side, you kind of are right. You know, because I'm screaming right now at the top of my lungs. Mostly against the computer screen. Mostly. So I'll give you that one, all right? I got to take my W's where I can take them, and this ain't one of them. You win. This is better than Zoom. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean. Homie got chocolate in his pants and won't put them in the fridge. Brother, are you talking? Please, somebody educate me. Is the normal thing you do when you have chocolate in your pants to put the pants in the fridge? I've never heard somebody say that. If you're saying put the chocolate in the fridge, I don't care about the chocolate, brother. I do not care that much. I care about the pants. The chocolate is 0% caring to me. Why do people keep saying put them in the fridge? Which one are you talking about? What's the dynamic going on here? Am I not getting it, or is somebody else not getting it? I'm not. It's not mathing to me right now. Oh, look at that. We are recovering, though. This is okay. We're not doing too bad. I mean, you know, matter of fact, it could be way worse. What coin is this? We're watching XRP right now. Because we've got a $900,000 XRP trade open. So me and the lads are watching this go good or bad, I guess. And seeing me lose tons of money in the process. Eavesdrops and whispers. I've seen you a lot. You've been around for a while. I've been watching Dusty before he was born. Forget the chocolate. Bitcoin going up. Are we really? Is this the redemption we've all been waiting for? Is Bitcoin really finally going up? Oh, you are actually not. You were not lying to me. All right, so I'm gonna take a piss. You guys can enjoy the Bitcoin screen for a sec. I'm gonna piss. All right. Now, also, little side note. If you're watching this sometimes and you're thinking, oh, that's a funny clip, you're always free to repost whatever you want. But I've actually had one funny freaking video that somebody took a while back. And actually, if I could find it again, I want to pay that guy like a few $100 just because that was one of the funniest videos I saw. But I didn't save it properly. I should have, though. So if you see a funny video that somebody posted of me, send it to me. I want to reward some of those people because some of those things are hilarious and I'm way too lazy to sit back here and clipping things. But I'll put aside budget for people that have funny videos. The Kingdom says, this man really doesn't sleep. Why would you sleep? Brother, you gotta be watching these charts. You can sleep. You can sleep later. Now, real talk, I do actually sleep quite nicely. You guys are saying that's a fast sell-off? What are we talking about, man? Are you watching the same chart that I'm watching? Like, this is what's happening with XRP. We're not doing bad at all, my friend. Put the fries in the bag, bro. I like that. Your Bitcoin is out for a jog. What kind of moron would put profit at just before 3? Well, I would say that if we're talking about strategies, putting your take profit at like 290 something, I don't think like 298, something like that, is not that stupid. Because again, historically, $3 is like that major psychological mark. We already bounced off of it twice just now. If you're talking about a place to take profit at $3 is not that crazy. XLM has rocked it bigger gains. For fun, let's see XLM. You know, I'm not enjoying watching this Algorand position bothering me. Then again, volatility-wise, the grids are amazing. Regardless, where is XLM? It was better just now. It was better before, actually. Mandy says, we really are about to start printing. It does feel like it. It does feel like it. Crypto week, here we come. Well, I mean, really, the real crazy times, if you think about it, have only barely started. Like, if you really start paying attention to where the crypto market's at from a bigger point of view, have we really done that crazy of a number? Like, not really. I mean, we're up a bit, but it could be way better. I see WIF is up 11% today. That is nice. I have a big bag of WIF. You guys know I'm still down like tremendously on my WIF position, right? I'm down like 80% because I refuse to ever buy the WIF dip. I refuse to buy that dip. I will just let it go to the ground, to zero, or back up to its old glory days. I bought into WIF when they had the Coinbase listing, and it's only gone down ever since, and I refuse to buy back in. I refuse. There's just a 0% chance. Do you think $5 is possible within the next 2 months? I'm not sure what you're talking about. You talking about XRP or a different coin? Keep crypto bubbles open when online. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. You're talking to me or you're talking in general to other people? Yeah. I wonder how the boys are doing right now in the competition. We were 5th just now. How bad did we just do? Oh, we're still 5th. Never mind. The lads are still doing pretty okay. That's nice. All right. All right. You know, what's funny? Like, we can make jokes about everything, but if you really start breaking it down, it's been only up since we went for this stream. Like, it's mostly just been up and up and up. We're just enjoying this all. I'm joking about, but my trades. But really, when you start breaking it down, this is a minor setback in a major push upwards. This is because the 1 minute chart, it looked kind of bad because we had a lot of volatility in like 5 minutes just right there. But we just hit 298. But coming from all the way below 275 earlier today. So it's because we are moving by tremendous amounts in a very short amount of time. So people are asking, how long will the pump go on, for minutes or hours? We've been pumping for a pretty good amount of time. Again, I'm just really zoomed in. Time for a pump it up song or dance? Brother, if we break $3, I'll be a monk. You know, I was going to say I'll dance for you, but I mean, you know, at this point, ain't that much going on, brother. The 1 day chart is crazy. The 1 day chart is not that crazy. You guys are saying big announcement coming today. Big announcement coming later. You know, if I got $1 for every single time somebody said, no, something big is about to happen today, and then nothing happened today, I'd have a lot of dollars. I could open another XRP long. Is Korea awake yet? I don't know, man. I don't think Koreans sleep that long. So they probably are awake. I mean, if I'm not sleeping, they're probably not sleeping. They're raking in tons of cash right now. So I don't know if they sleep. Do a dance, like, okay, you know what? Now I can't. Now, and like, even if I wanted to dance, right now I can't out of principle, you know? Now I can't do it. I was going to pull out some Michael Jackson for you, but you know what? Now, just because you told me, I can't do it no more now. What are your thoughts on X Empire? I think it's pretty garbage, but you know, not 100% sure, but I think it's pretty garbage. A lot of those coins which the Telegram community gets for free, I would never buy because they're usually kind of like weak hands, but it's not, you know, collectively true. It's not so for every coin, but a lot of those gaming coins I'm staying away from. A lot of those free coins I'm staying away from. Not all of them. I mean, for example, the Hyperliquid was, if you only traded $1,000 or something like that in 2024, it would have been like a $4 million airdrop. So, you know, most people really in the crypto space could have made themselves millions of dollars off of really little in just a year or two through airdrops alone. Hyperliquid was one of the craziest ones. I believe XRPH will be the biggest XRP meme global utility. The thing is, I, right now, own 0 XRP meme coins. I think every single one of them is trash. Every single one of them. They're all, I wouldn't say scams, but I would call them all bad. All like extraction. And indeed, there is a possibility that one of them is really good, but I've not seen them yet. And I think every single one of them is taking my XRP away from me, putting it into somebody else's pocket. I'm not buying any XRP meme for the next little time. If I ever get behind one, it's because I think there's going to be some marketing push like crazy and all of a sudden they're going to do, but that's only to make money. If you're a real XRP type of person, you know, theoretically speaking, you really like XRP, not the memes. But again, if you think you can make a good flip on that, my friend, try your best. But realize that they're not meant to stay up forever. Just like any other meme for that reason. I believe that meme coins are there only because of the greater fool theory and to make money on, not because they're really good. Then again, there are some memes that are grandfathered in, like Doge. The crypto market has just accepted Doge. But when you think about it from a investment perspective, they really are kind of dumb. Like, what does Dogecoin do? Does it generate any? No, Dogecoin is just kind of good because there's like a funny dog. Well, I mean, it's kind of really stupid when you think about it like that. Ray says, I saw from CoinDesk 9 minutes ago, bearish Bitcoin trader lost 92 million as surge wipes out 426 million in shorts. Happens to the best of us, bud. Happens to the best of us. I mean, he's got significantly more schmeckles, but hey, happens to the best of us. Okay, Algorand is not treating us well right now. Yeah, but we're not buying the dip yet. We buy the dip usually when it's about 50% down. We have to go in with another 1,500 in this case. This is what my plan is going to be. You know, fun fact, I don't even know, is there a way, I've never done that, to add the investment at a certain price? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there is. I've never done that a single time. You know that? We can actually calculate where we want to add. But I've never had to do that because I'm always there in front of it. We could just add and do it, for example, once we get to 0.25, we can add another, 1,500 schmeckles to it. We could do that. That's not bad. Nice. That was pretty good. What app is that? Everything is in the description down below. If you're looking for something and it's not in the description, then there's a mistake somewhere. But everything I use is always in the description. What is Ripple USD? Please explain again. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a stable coin based on the XRP ledger and Ethereum. It's just a stable coin, man. It's just a dollar based by or made by Ripple. What do you think about 𝗓𝗓? I think 𝗓𝗓 is pretty nice. Make a Pangu bot. The problem with Pangu, and this is just me to you, is it's up tremendously. Who wants to see a Pangu bot? Is there more people that want a Pangu bot? Is there any other altcoin you'd like to see a bot for, by the way? I've got now 1 vote for Pangu. All right, we've got 1. 1 vote. Zebek, Arrow. I don't even know what Arrow is supposed to do. My brother, I don't know. I don't think I don't think anybody's looking out for any of the bots no more right here. All right. Anyway, so to get back to the strategy, if Algorand moves down significantly, I'll be adding, which is what we stated before. Still, the idea is just for it to cash out grid profits, which is why it doesn't really matter where I open the bot at, so it's all fine. Maybe a small amount. Yeah, I'll open one, but depends on which one. I can open a Pangu bot, no worries. 𝗓𝗓𝘀. 𝗓𝗓𝘀 is also a nice one. I think a lot of people would like that as well, 𝗓𝗓𝘀. SPX 6900, we could do that. Make a say bot 10x. I'm definitely not doing 10x. That's how people get wrecked. You know, you got to understand your leverage and where it's worth it, you know, and where you do those things. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say in these streams or videos is financial advice. But I don't like to go with too high of a leverage on things that's supposed to last for a long time, unless we're talking about straight up longs. But that's also then what the purpose of it is, right? To go crazy pretty quickly. With my bot strategies, I don't like to do it that way. I like to be really, really careful. And again, nothing in this world is, I don't want to say a lot of those words. Because again, for all of y'all that are watching right now, I'm going to again ask you for a favor, all right? You might think this is kind of odd, what I'm asking you right now. But basically, I had a stream of mine taken down a while back, like a few days ago. I would want you, and again, this is kind of strange, I know, but I really want you guys to head over to Twitter, right, and help me by reposting this post that YouTube took down my video. Because I appealed saying, hey, there can't be anything wrong with my streams or videos because they're not harmful and dangerous. Nobody watching them can even think so. There's no way. But they said, no, it is dangerous. It's just most likely an automated process. But if a lot of people tag YouTube or YouTube creators, I appreciate some of you guys who did that, sometimes they get back on their decision. But if I don't spam them a little, they won't do anything. They're just going to skip it, ignore it. But if a lot of people come in and comment, it does work. Because I've had it happen in the past, a few years ago. But again, right now it's not a problem. But if it happens again, I can't upload for a week. So if all of a sudden I'm gone for like a week or something like that, or for many days, please take a look at my Twitter. Most likely YouTube has taken my channel down, or they've taken down the stream at least, or the videos or whatever. They've given me another strike. So if you're wondering, that is most likely what happened at that point. Yeah. And lads, I think it is time to end the stream. Trust me, I don't want to. But on the opposite side, I'm also thinking, man, we should stay healthy and fresh for the morning. As right now, the prices are coming back down slowly. We can sleep again. I can sleep again seeing my coins not be at this much of a profit. Otherwise, it's always harder to sleep. If you guys have any other trades you'd like me to place, any other bots you'd like me to go for, let me know in the chat box. And I'll get to it. I'll take a look at 𝗂𝗪, Pangu, and 𝗓𝗓𝘀. And if I see the same coin a few times, I'll get. And if you guys want another stream tomorrow, well, we can do that. I mean, if the vibes are good, if you guys will be back tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. This is one of the funniest days I've had in a while. All right, this was a good freaking day. And if the price starts going crazy, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, even though it's already like 3. So, I mean, it's already kind of night. But even if the price is something crazy, I'll be back with another stream, so do not worry about that. But even if the price doesn't do anything crazy, right? I mean, the chocolate in my pants will remind me to come back for another stream. So make sure you put that subscribe bell on, you know, the little notification like ding, ding, ding. Because if we start streaming, you better make sure you're there. If not, all right, that's like betrayal. Like top 10 anime betrayals. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go for sleep. It's 3:13 a.m. It's a good time to get going. You guys saying check out 𝗏𝗀𝗃? I'll do that. Hopefully, I'll see you guys again with another stream tomorrow. I don't know what time I stream because, well, I'm all over the place. But if the price goes crazy, you know which channel to watch, right? I'll be right here. So, I'll be watching. And I have like this problem as well that I can't leave if all of a sudden the price starts moving upward. So, I'm happy. Right now, price is down a little bit. I can finally go to bed. Thank you. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna hit the sack. GG's, everybody. If you've stayed up this whole night, go to bed, brother. All right? I love you. Really, I do. But go to bed. I know it's exciting, but go to bed. All right? You guys have all been amazing. Every single 650 of you still watching. If you didn't do it yet, you can press the like button, but you don't have to. I'm done streaming anyway, so whatever. It was amazing. Good times. See you again. Another one.